Good evening. We begin tonight with some serious allegations for the man in charge of sanctioning boxing and MMA fights in our city. There's a new article online suggesting that Combative Sport Commissioner Pat Reid didn't do his due diligence before approving a boxing match that ultimately led to the death of fighter Tim Hague. Joining us now to explain all this are Jeremy Thompson. Jeremy?
Daryl, ever since the fight on June 16th ended with Tim Hague in hospital in critical condition, there have been questions about how it could have happened. Many fans blamed the referee, others unhappy with the commissioner, Pat Reid, but none could point to evidence to back up those claims until now. It's been a month since 35-year-old Boyle native Tim Hague's final fight. The father and school teacher's hometown funeral long over, but questions about who's responsible for his death are far from being laid to rest. Friday, this article published on MMA website Real Fight Stories suggesting the fight should never have happened.
I sent a poll out to ABC members.
Mike Russell is the man behind the article. He says he asked boxing commissioners across North America if Tim Hague should have been allowed to fight.
Not one said they would sanction that fight without further medical testing. The majority said they just wouldn't have sanctioned the fight based on the fight history.
Every time a fighter enters the ring, there's a mandatory rest period before they're allowed to fight again. That suspension becomes longer if the fighter lost by knockout. All of these rest periods are supposed to be logged by those who oversee events, then submitted to official databases in order to assure fighters wait the appropriate amount of time before entering the ring again. Russell found Tim Hague's official fight history does not match his known history. One website shows Hague had an MMA fight in December 2015, another in March 2016, both knockout losses and both in Edmonton. Neither appear in Hague's official fight log.
A lot of the fight history isn't there because it was never submitted by Pat Reid to the official record keeper. So it's like getting a Carfax report that's incomplete because you're missing two, accidents and a bunch of mileage that Tim took basically from these knockouts.
These concerns come as the city searches for an independent body to investigate everyone involved in the incident. A spokesperson for the city sent a statement to CTV News that says, in part, "We're committed to ensuring the review process is objective and independent. It would be inappropriate for us to comment further at this time." Russell says similar investigations have come up short in the past.
Admitting that they're wrong opens themselves up for litigation as well. I don't think they're going to say, we're right, you're right. This was Pat Reid's fault. This was the city's fault. This was the ECSC's fault.
Now, in his article, Russell even goes so far as to question if Pat Reid should be held criminally responsible for Hague's death, claiming in failing to report the fight history, Reid's actions may constitute criminal negligence causing death.
If so, then police would be involved. Are police saying anything about this?
Absolutely. Well, I did reach out to EPS because Russell did tell me he has handed over his findings to them. Police say they are not investigating Tim Hague's death at this point, but if anything criminal comes to light in the official review, they'll follow up accordingly.
Jeremy Thompson live in studio tonight. Thanks, Jeremy.